Sociology is a product of what? Somebody is asking you, what is sociology? What is sociology? Sociology is study of society, right? What is society? Society is a web of social relationship. So society is a collection of individuals. But what is more important for society is relationship. I am there, you are there, independent of each other. If we are in this classroom, this is not society. But there is some sort of relationship we are establishing. Relationship always comes with responsibilities. Relationship means roles. Relationship means what? Roles. What do you mean by roles? Roles means what? Hmm? Roles. Role means a position in which there is an obligation. Teacher is a role. Student is a role. Teacher, student, they are only roles. When you say they are roles, it is a position and there is a responsibility, which means there are certain do's and don'ts in this relations. You have to have certain do's and don'ts. I will have to speak to you certain things. I shall not speak to you certain other things. You shall speak to me certain things. You shall not speak to me certain other things. So relationship is nothing but do's and don'ts. Society is about this do's and don'ts. I told you that when you are eating food, first what you should eat, last what you should eat. For that itself there is do's and don'ts. First you should eat what? For example, you are going to a wedding for a a lunch they are providing in the wedding. First they will keep what? Sweet. In the South Indian marriages, on the banana leaf which they are keeping, which will be from this end to that end, the first item which is kept is what? Is it sweet? Salt. Yeah. Why? Otherwise, what will happen? No, you will not be thankful to that person. Allah full kattu kattitu. If you become thankless, what will happen? It's not good. No. First, salt. Here and all, they are not practicing that. That is why you are getting confused. But if you go to the authentic South Indian marriages, the first thing which they will be keeping on the plate or the banana leaf is salt. Then many things will be there. So if you see that plate, if you see that leaf, it will have all the tastes. Sweet will be there, salt will be there, sour will be there, right? That chili taste will be there, which is telling you the philosophy of life. But for us, it is food, but it is philosophy of life. Life's philosophy is on the plate. But we don't have that philosophy at that point of time. We try to have full meal. That is another story. But in that they have kept this thing, this thing, this thing, because they tell you that life is having all the flavors. UPSC examination is also having all flavors. One flavor is success, another flavor is failure. It has to be there. You should not be very worrisome about this. Don't feel bad about this. Everything will be there. Like sweet is there, salt is there, everything is there. UPSC examination is a full-fledged meal. Everything will be there. Betrayal will be there. You know that? That story you know. Two students were sharing a room. Both are writing main examination. The student number one took bath, got ready, some 1 hour before itself. Both are going to the same examination center. The student number two is going to take bath now. What the student number one did you know? He latched that bathroom from outside. He latched that room from outside. He went to the UPSC examination hall. This person is crying, shouting, shouting, shouting. Nobody could hear this shout. And nearby, there was one person who came for cleaning the house. He came screaming, coming. He came to know the screaming coming from a particular room. He went, opened the door, and he was seeing this person. So by that time, it was 10 o'clock. The examination starts by 9:30 or 9 o'clock. And he could not write the first paper. Now, when the roommate came, he told, "What you did, you have spoiled my life." That roommate told, "I didn't do anything. Maybe when I was shutting the door, by chance, that latch locked. It was not a deliberate thing. Sorry. Sorry. Life is gone. 1 year is gone." So this is what? Betrayal. Support. A roommate did not clear the examination, but another roommate cleared the examination. This uncleared roommate helped this roommate, and because of the combined work, that one who cleared, he cleared. Next year he came, took leave from his academy to support another roommate, this roommate who helped in the earlier attempt, and this time this roommate cleared. Then there is another story. The student prepared well, but he did not go into the examination hall. He went to the examination center, but did not go into the examination hall because of fear of examination. There is another student who went inside the examination hall, but because of the fear element, he was fainting inside the examination hall. So, UPSC is philosophy. UPSC is not an examination. UPSC is an experience. Likewise, relationship is experience. Experience it is. The affection you have towards your parents, the respect you have towards your teacher, the relation you have in the marketplace, the relation you have with the God. So everywhere you study relationship. Therefore, society is a web of such a relation. Web means what? The spider is making that web. Is it so simple or it is very, very complex? If you see from outside, it is so nice, well planned. But when you go to see, you do this microscopic analysis, so much of intricacies are present, so much of complications are present in that web or not. So when you see from outside, Marriage is one of the finest institution. Family is one of the finest institution. If you go into the family only, you'll find so many complications in the family, difficulties in the family. How relations are getting spoiled today. How relationship is challenged today in the family. It is not easy for a husband to easily live with a wife, and so in the case of wife living with the husband, they have to make so much of compromises. And parents have little bit of difficult relation, yeah, strained relation with the parents. Children have strained relation with parents. Everywhere we find that there is always present some sort of disturbance, some sort of harmony. So therefore, like the food is having all flavors, all tastes, relationship has many variations. Very complicated relationship. Maybe a very intimate relationship also, but it is also a very complicated relationship. Is there any mother who has not shouted at her child? Is there any mother who has not scolded you? Mother means will scold you. Next day, next moment, she will hug you. And after 5 minutes, she'll again scold you. You don't understand your mother. And father, equally you will not understand. Brother, specimen. Specimen. Right? Sister, test case. என்ன என்ன இது என்ன சம்டைம்ஸ் ராக்கி கையில வந்து கட்டுவாங்க. சம்டைம்ஸ் they will not even carry you. UPSC ரிசல்ட் போயிருச்சு. People will cry. And sister will come. உனக்கு இது வேணும், இன்னும் வேணும். Cry, cry, cry. நல்லதுதான். இப்போது புத்தி வந்தா சரி. நினைப்போம், ஐயோ, why she is like this ruthless girl. Brother will come. Ask your mother, why this fellow is weeping? Results came, he failed. Better try some other job. Go. Don't waste time. So we think that in this situation they will act like this, but they will act differently. You think that they will act very strangely, very ruthlessly, but they will be very emotionally, they will act in that situation. For example, a student of us, he lost the battle in the last attempt. Okay. Now saw the result, number is not there. He has to go to his house, and father kept on telling one or the other thing. He had a fear how to face father, and he decided that I will go. They will all pounce on me like a tiger. I will take my bag. I will run away from this house. This was his mindset. He went to the house, and father was asking, "What happened to your result?" Gone. UPSC closed. Very surprisingly, father says, "Don't worry, we are there." The villain becomes hero. The hero becomes villain. You can't predict. So life is not something like a stagnant pond. Life is a free flowing river. It keeps moving here and there. It keeps moving. You do not know which turn it will take. Suddenly it will take left turn, right turn, and there is a river which was earlier present, but today it is not there. There is one joke, Vadivel joke, Canara Kana. We have missing rivers or not? Rivers are missing. Which river is missing? Saraswati river is missing. Where is Saraswati river? Saraswati river is missing. Bangladesh is telling in some years or in some seasons of the year, That river is going to India, not coming to us. In some other season, it is coming to us, not going to India. So this river is belong to who? You or me. Sometimes it is coming to Bangladesh. Sometimes it is not coming to Bangladesh. So Bangladesh is confused about the rivers, which are transboundary rivers between India and Bangladesh. So relationship is also like that. You can't 100% predict. To some extent you can predict, but not 100% you can predict. Social relation therefore becomes the subject to be studied because it's having so much of variations or not. If it is like a plus b the whole square formula, you need not worry about that. You apply the formula, you will get the solution. But relationship is not a plus b the whole square formula. Relationship is very intricate, complicated relation. Complicated relation. My lawyer friend was telling 5 years of married life, his client had some dispute with her husband, a small dispute. That when he wanted to go to US because of his company work, he did not tell her in detail that he is going for company work. He one day came, tomorrow I have my flight, he told, and she told, why you didn't tell me that before itself? He says that it is my company work. You go to the company, don't come to his house. He went. When he was coming back, she is waiting with the divorce papers. So relationship is becoming very, very, very delicate today. Relationship is challenged today. And that is why sociologists wanted to study this relationship. Like heart will be studied by a cardiologist, kidney will be studied by a nephrologist, bones will be studied by an orthopedician, skin will be studied by a dermatologist, society will be studied by sociologist. So a neurosurgeon, a neurophysician is studying how brain one part is connected to the other part, how the parts of the brain are connected to each other through some nerves, bundles of nerves. There is some clot happening in one nerve. The entire brain refuses to function. In the same way, there are so many wires here and there in the form of relationship. If there is some sort of short circuit in one wire, the entire circuit will blow off. So that is what is studied by sociologists. That how relationship is not very simple. Relationship is very complex because the most sophisticated living thing is human brain. Most complex. The most complex, the most difficult thing to be studied is the mind of the human being. Supercomputer is easy to be studied and mastered, but not the mind of the human being. So sociology therefore becomes very important because without a stable family, you cannot have a stable society. In all families, there are fights happening. In all families, there are divorces happening. 1960s, it happened in America. 60% of the marriage ended in divorce. The family is under crisis because out of 100, 60 people are divorcing. And the society is therefore having some sort of uncertainty, it is having some sort of confusion, and sociologists wanted to study carefully this society, especially the social relationship. Social relationship is not static, it keeps changing, we told. See, earlier economic relation, how it happened? Barter exchange. I have rice, you have dal, we will come, I will give rice to you, you give dal to me. I wanted dal, you wanted rice, we will exchange. That is barter system. Then the concept of money came. Then the concept of money came because What if I wanted something which you don't have, somebody else is having, whom I cannot contact also? So there should be some equivalent with the help of which I can get whatever I wanted. That equivalent is money. That is currency. Shell we were using earlier, it seems. Shell. We were using shell. So 10 shells, say 1 kilogram of rice. Now that shell becomes currency. Now that digital currency has come. So relationship is changing or not? What is the impact of cryptocurrency on society was a question asked in society topic GS paper 1 2022 mains. Impact of cryptocurrency on society. So it is the change which is being studied by sociologists. If no change is happening in society, there is no need for sociologists. So when change is happening, change in terms of what? Change in terms of relationship. Change in terms of relationship. Earlier, I will worship either Lord Shiva or Vishnu. Today, I may not worship Lord Shiva. I may not worship Vishnu. I may be a devotee of a cult. And people wanted to go to Kailasha. No Kailasha. Kailasha is whose? Sri, Sri, Sri. His Holiness Nityananda. Nityanandava ivarukka irukkaru. When he floated the e-citizenship application, 40 lakh people applied. 40 lakh people are ready to go to Kailasha. Where is Kailasha? He says in one island there. It's God's territory. Kingdom of God. Who are ready to go? Those who have studied science, technology, IIT, IIM products. They wanted to go. Why? There is something which they have in that, which according to you is not rational, maybe foolishness according to you, but they are not telling like that. So why then people are going after some people who are not or whose morality is even questioned? Why then people have to go to them? It simply cannot be explained without careful study of why people subscribe to cult. So religious behavior is changing, political behavior is changing, economic behavior is changing, family behavior is changing, and therefore to study this change happening at various levels, may it be economic level, political level, familial level, education level, religious level, came what? Sociology as a subject. So minus change, no need for sociology. Plus change, there is a need for sociology. Therefore, sociology came to study social changes. If somebody is asking you why sociology came, you should be able to answer this way. Sociology came to explain social changes, to study social changes. Now, all the sociologists will touch upon this concept of what now? Social change. All sociologists will have to talk about what? Social change. So, who and all are there in the syllabus who will talk about social change is what we have to see. Right? So Spencer also spoke about social change. Darwin also spoke about social change. Saint Simon spoke about social change. Comte spoke about social change. Spencer Durkheim spoke about social change. Last class we were speaking about this Durkheim. Durkheim sees social change from functionalist point of view. Functionalism means what? Looking at something as normal, good, progress. Looking at something as normal, good, progress. So when society changes from agriculture to industrial, it's normal, it's progress. How that change is happening? Durkheim explains population increases. Okay, when population increases, when population increases, what will increase? Demand will increase. Yes or no? Demand increases. When demand is increasing, production increases. How production can increase? How production should increase? When production will increase? When everybody will do the same thing, production will increase, or everybody will do different things, production will increase. If everybody will do the same thing, production will increase, or everybody will do different things, production will increase. I'll give you an example. UPSC, there are 6 subjects: polity, history, geography, economy, science and technology, environment, current affairs. And you can add mental ability also, CSAT. Okay, 7 subjects are there. If I have to study all these 7 subjects in limited time, say 1 year, will I be able to master all these subjects? I can't know. So I will study polity. 1 year I will study only polity. I'll buy best books available in polity. He will do economy. 1 year fully he'll study only economy. All best books about economy he'll study, including current affairs. He will do for history, she'll do for geography, she'll do for science and technology, and she will do for mental ability, he will do for reading comprehension. Like that we are, splitting up of the work into different parts, and each part we will be able to do. So since I have to do only that part, I'll become more efficient or not? If I become more efficient, production increases or not? Right. So he says, if you split the work and give to different people, if you split the work and give to different people, I will do only polity, I'll become expert in polity. You do only economy, you'll become expert in economy. So what is called as specialization will happen. When you increase specialization, production increases. So therefore, demand when increases, what will have to increase? Specialization will have to increase. This specialization is what is called as division of labor. The specialization is called as division of labor. In simple society, in the old society, everybody will do the same work. But in modern society, different people will do different works. For example, if there is some problem in the power connection, electrician should come. If water is not coming in your house, plumber will have to come. AC not working, AC mechanic should come. The fan mechanic will not do AC work. The AC mechanic will not do fridge work. The fridge mechanic will not do the induction stove work. So different people will emerge for doing that particular task, and that is what is specialization. To give anesthesia, anesthetist will come. To give a general treatment, a physician will come. To do a surgery, surgeon will have to come. To train you physiotherapy, physiotherapist will have to come. Surgeon will not do physiotherapy. Physiotherapist will not do anesthesia. So different people will do different things. And that is progress or not? That is progress. Earlier when you went to the restaurant, when you were kids, you go to the restaurant with your parents and you ask what is there in the restaurant. The waiter will utter. Verbally he will utter, because only 5 items will be there. Idli will be there, dosa will be there, puri will be there, chapati will be there, and say pongal will be there. 5 items. Today you go, he will give you 100-page menu book. How much time you will spend? 1 hour you will spend. If that time you are spending in for UPSC exam, you will clear the exam. If you are having that much memory power, you call the waiter, 3rd page, 4th item, that much specifically you are able to retain the information you studied, you become IAS actually. So it's good or bad? Tell me. Choices have increased a lot. And when choices are increasing, it is called progress. So what is progress? Choices has to increase. That is progress. When choice is increasing, it is good for individual. Yes or no? When choices are increasing, it means individualism is increasing. Yes or no? Earlier and all, when I was kid, my parents used to take me to the restaurant. They themselves will order. 5 people, 5 dosa kuduthirpa. Now 5 people are going. Each one will give 2 different varieties. 10 different varieties will come. Good for the individual, because choices. So if individual is given so much of freedom to choose, well, that individual think about the family. Too much of individualism is not good for the family or not. When you are a child, they used to train you in such a way that you comply with the family customs, family habits. For example, a student told, sir, in my family, my father used to wake up by 4 o'clock. He will not let us sleep after 4 o'clock. He will wake up, all of us, wake up. He'll get up, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, we will wake up. And I will go to our sofa set and I will sit there and sleep. He will come there also, wake up. Where I am going to catch a flight, or I am going to catch any Vande Bharat train. Here only. But he troubles like anything. And when I complain to my mother, she also says, your father is waking up by 4. He told me, he conditioned me to wake up by 3:30 itself. So in that family, everybody will wake up by 4 o'clock. Everybody will wake up by 4 o'clock. There is another family, they will wake up only by 8 o'clock. When somebody wanted to wake up by 7:50, father says it's too early, sleep. So that family 7 o'clock, this family 8 o'clock, that family 9 o'clock. Now in the 10 o'clock family, you can't wake up by 9 o'clock. In the 4 o'clock family, you cannot wake up by 8 o'clock. You are conditioned to accept the family habits. That is why it is very, very difficult post-marriage, especially for girls, to get accustomed to the new family. The new family is totally deviant family. A girl, after marriage, she came running to her father's house telling that, இவங்க வீட்டுல தூங்கவே விட மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. They are not letting me to sleep. In my house, I used to sleep only till morning 8 o'clock only. I'll wake up. I'll see the TV, internet till 2 o'clock. I'll wake up by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. My parents will not scold me. But in this house, they are telling me to wake up by 7 o'clock in the morning. Ruthless people. How can I live the entire life with this family? I don't want to live with that person. You file divorce paper. So it's very difficult because you are in a family because family is inside you. You go for shopping. Okay. You become IAS officer. My student was telling this. In their batch, they took the entire batch to Singapore for a training, 15 days training in Singapore. And Singapore, it is a shopping place, no? So when people are going for shopping, they simply see this shirt will be good for my brother, this will be good for my father, this will be good for that. Everybody will buy father for mother, for father, for sister, for brother. You are going to Singapore to undergo a training. Do the training. If you wanted some clothes, you buy for you, for my sister, for my sister's sister, for my cousin, for my distant relative, for my near relative. You are very, very finding it difficult to think beyond your family. That is why psychologists studying Indian family told that in this Indian family system, the children never grow old at all. They never grow old. I happened to meet an 80-year-old grandfather, 85-year-old grandfather. He was telling about his son. Okay, my son knows nothing. Small little boy doesn't know anything. Son is aged 62, got retired. Son is retired. His father 85 says, சின்ன பையன் அவனுக்கு என்ன தெரியும்? Small little boy, what he knows? That small boy is having a grandchild. So this is called as amoral feminism. In India, we are very, very family centric. Family sentiment is a trump card to influence you. Family sentiment is a trump card to influence you. So parents told you to become a IAS officer, which is why you wanted to become a IAS. Parents have expressed their desire to see you as an IAS officer, which is why you are there. So when asked in the mock interview, one student was telling, why you wanted to become IAS officer? My parents wanted me to become IAS officer. These answers should not be given. Parents don't want you to become IAS officer. Parents want you to resign from IAS. You will resign. Crores and crores of money being pumped on your head to train you in Labasna. How much costly it is, you know. Have you seen the room of accommodation of Labasna? You have seen, no? How the rooms will be. So, our choices are decided by others. Because too much of individualism will break the family unity, will break the society unity. Therefore, even though individualism will be there, specialization will be there, but that specialization will bring integration. That is the sociology of Durkheim. Specialization, okay, that is division of labor, will bring integration. How? I read polity, you read economy, you read science and technology, you read CSAT. With my polity alone, I cannot clear the exam. I need all of your support. With your CSAT only, you cannot clear the examination. You need the other subjects. So all 7 of us will have to come together. Only then we can clear the examination. Otherwise, I'm incomplete without you. So specialization is needing what? Integration. And this is the sociology of Durkheim. That's all. Durkheim is this one-liner. Specialization will bring integration. So specialization is not individualism. Specialization means integration. Okay. He speaks about how when specialization is happening, there are challenges to integration. There are challenges to integration. So automatically integration will not come. There will be some sort of confusions. Because I have read Indian polity, I have consulted all the important books, I've included all the recent judgments of the Supreme Court of India. I've made so nice notes. I will hesitate to give that to you. So as you. So little bit of thinking will come. Should I share everything or I will share only 50% of what I have done? So every integration has some sort of difficulty. It is very, very difficult for us to get integrated. There is some sort of effort you have to put to integrate all of us. So in the process of integration, there will be some confusions. There will be confusion. Because change always brings confusion. You are a child. You become an adolescent. Confusion will come. You become an adult. Confusion will come. Bachelor becomes married person. Confusion will come. New child comes to the house. Confusion will come. Retirement life, confusion will come. Anything new, confusion. So he speaks about confusion in the transition. He speaks about what? Confusion in the transition. To explain that confusion, he uses a term anomy. Anomy. So anomy means what? Confusion. When confusion will come? In the transition. After college, confusion related to what to do. We resolve the confusion, civil services, preparation. In the preparation also confusions are there or not? People who cleared prelims examination have confusion. People who failed in prelims examination also have confusion. Because it is a transition. So every transition brings confusion. Every transition brings confusion. My student today serving as SP in Kerala, in the police mess, first day when they were exposed, when they were told to have breakfast, 150 items kept. Confusion came what to eat, what to leave. When he was in his house, no confusion because idli means idli, that's all. Dosa means dosa. But when you are going to training center, you are given so many choices. It's a new transition that you are officer now. The food of an officer will be like the food of a king. King is having so many items on the dining table now. He will eat only one, but he will have everything on the dining table. Likewise, They are keeping everything, but the condition is in 10 minutes you have to eat. So this is a new role. He was confused how to eat all the items in 10 minutes. You are thinking which one to start, and the trainer came and told your time is over. Now 1 year of training in NPA, it becomes normal. When you are going in the first time, when you are going for the first time to such a buffet type of arrangement, you run here and there. But when you go many times, you are a very stable person now. Just to go to one counter, eat that. And so a new thing is always giving you confusion. A new thing always gives you confusion, whether it is a food, or it is a place, or it is a stay, or it is a stage in the life like marriage. Confusion will come. So whenever you use the word confusion, hereafter you are using a sociological term. The term is what? No. You go to restaurant tomorrow with your friends. You take the menu card, confusion will be there. Now you tell your friends, no anami. He will see you like this. Ennachi, what happened to this person? Anami. Anami. Confusion. Anami. Normlessness. So, how to read sociology? The term which we are learning will have to be used frequently in your everyday usages. Then only you will pick up the language of sociology. When you speak, you use sociological terms. When you think in the form of statement at the mental level, you construct the statement at the mental level using sociological terms. So the subject becomes very close to you. You can fluently use the subject. It is fluency of the subject which is what is needed to score 320 in sociology. Should be fluent. Fluency comes only with practice, yes or no? A child, 1 year age child will not be able to utter a sentence only. But since it is uttering so many words, it tries to form its own sentence. Mother is correcting the sentence, and in 2 years, 3 years, it will be able to speak language properly. So, like an infant baby only, you should try to use first the terms, then the sentences, then fluently you will speak sociology. So this person says division of labor is good because it is bringing progress, it is bringing unity. There is another person. There is another person. Karl Marx. Totally opposite to Durkheim, Karl Marx. He says, division of labor brings division of society. So one says integration is Durkheim, the other says division is Karl Marx. In sociology class, we will study about Emile Durkheim elaborately. After Emile Durkheim, we will come to Karl Marx. Okay. So Karl Marx and Durkheim, they are like rivals. They are like opponents. One is Congress, another is BJP, like that. One is DMK, another is ADMK, like that. Opponents. One says that new society, modern society is progressive. The other says new society, modern society is exploitative. Tell me who said the first thing? Progressive, Durkheim. Who said it is exploitative? And now tell me, we can easily compare and contrast these two thinkers or not. Go to UPSC question paper, you'll have so many questions on comparison of Karl Marx with Emil Durkheim. Black can be compared with white. Opposites can be only compared. So, in the thinkers portion, which we will study in the 4th unit of paper 1, we will try to connect the thinkers, which is what is the demand of UPSC examination. According to Karl Marx, modern society is called as capitalist society. What is capitalist? What is capitalism? Capitalism gives importance to profit. It's a profit-oriented system. When profit is all more important, when profit is the ultimate motive, will there be any sympathy? Will there be any humanism? Will there be any concern for others' sufferings? When money is the only motive, will you respect the human emotions? Will you respect human emotions? No? A poor man, hungry man is going to a restaurant. He is begging for food. Whether they will give food? Nearby you have Adayar Ananda Bhavan. A poor, hungry man is going to Adayar Ananda Bhavan asking for food. Will they leave? Will there be any humanism? Will there be any empathy? Money. So when money comes in, and money is the only thing that is important, all other emotional component and all will die. That is why one who is giving all more importance to money, they will not help others. Now tell me, money will be in the hands of all or it will be in the hands of very few people? Very few people. Money will be in the hands of very few people. So that very few people will become the owners, and those who do not have money, they become workers. Now tell me, who will be dependent on whom? The majority workers will be dependent on the minority owners. Now when you are dependent on me, what I will do? Exploit you. I give 100 rupees and make you work for 10 hours. If you say no, I will throw you out, I will bring new person. Now you will not raise any question against me because your food will not be guaranteed. So for food, for clothing, for a house to live in, you are dependent on me. Dependency creates exploitation. Women are dependent on men. Economically, they are dependent. Because of the economic dependency only, women are exploited by men. In most of the families, mother will be a housewife. Most of the families, mother will be a housewife. She will listen to whatever father says. Why you know? Why you know? Because she is completely dependent on father for food, for clothing, and for shelter. Now, father becomes the master of mother. So, for each and everything, you are asking your mother, Mother, I wanted 500 rupees. She says, you go and ask your father. And mother is respecting father, he is obeying father, because otherwise father will throw mother out of the house. So therefore, mother is the victim. Mother is exploited by father. Now, how mother can solve this problem? Tell me. Hmm? She has to start earning money. If she is economically earning something for her own, of her own, she will not be listening to what father says. So therefore, for women to get empowered, the first step is what? Economic empowerment. Money should not be in the hands of very few people. Money should be distributed to all. When money is in the hands of everyone, no one is rich, no one is poor. Now everything is distributed to everyone. There is no owner, there is no non-owner. So that society is a solution for exploitation in capitalism. That society is called as communism. I am equating worker with mother. Karl Marx only speaks about how worker is exploited. Feminist scholars are speaking about how women are exploited by men. So there is a close connection between Marxism and feminism or not? What is the bottom line? Exploitation. How different? One says worker is exploited by the owner, other says women are exploited by men. So both of them, the basic concept which integrates both of them is exploitation. Okay. But whether you think that this owner will easily allow this money to be shared with all, he will not allow. What will happen now? Revolution. Who will do this revolution? Worker. Worker will revolt against the owner. In that revolution, what will happen? Owner will be killed. So Karl Marx is supporting violence. What to do? For communism, violent conflict is okay. So Karl Marx is coming closer to who in India? Subhash Chandra Bose, Netaji. So Karl Marx is opposite to who? Mahatma. There was a prelims question 2 years back comparing Karl Marx with Mahatma Gandhi. Only a student of sociology can understand the question. So sociology helps even in prelims. What is the similarity between Karl Marx and Mahatma Gandhi was a question asked 2-3 years back. Similarity between Gandhi and Karl Marx. So when Durkheim's sociology is about progress, about integration, Karl Marx sociology is about division and exploitation, communism. So both are standing on the opposite ends. Now I'll summarize what I have told in today's class. I said sociology is study of social change. Change involves change of roles. Role means position, do's and don'ts. So society is only about social relation. Social relations are changing. Society is changing. To study this changing society came sociology. Change was therefore studied by all sociologists. We have 6 sociologists in paper 1, unit number 4. We took Karl Marx and Emile Durkheim. One supported social change. Who? Emile Durkheim. Another opposed social change. Karl Marx. But he wanted again social change. He did not oppose social change. He opposed only capitalism. So from capitalism, he wanted society to change to communism. What is the difference between capitalism and communism? In capitalism, profit will be in the hands of very few people. Majority will be having no property. Few people will have property. The one who owns property will control one who do not own the property. So all the non-owners will come together. They will fight against the owners and they will revolt. So a new society will come where communism will come. In communism, no rich, no poor. Property belongs to all. There is no private property. That is why in 1977, when Janata Party came to power, wanted right to property to be removed from fundamental rights. Because they were going by socialism, Marxian socialism. So private property was a fundamental right. But with this socialist government coming under J.P. Narayanan, he wanted right to property should not be in fundamental right because property is only private property given in the article. We don't want private property, we want only community property. But private property, fundamental right, that is not according to our ideology. So they removed that. They removed that from part 3 and they kept in 300E, article 300E. So when you read polity, you connect with the society. When you read history, you connect with society. When you read Mahatma, when you read modern India, you connect with the sociology. When you read economy, you connect with sociology. When you read ethics, you connect with sociology. And therefore, I told sociology is such a subject that it gives you many, many benefits. It is not only helping you in that sociology 500, it helps you in essay, it helps you in GS as well. So with one stone, you can hit many mangoes. And that is the advantage of this subject. Right? Confusion means what? For many of you, confusion will be there. Because you are transition, no, you are in the transition. You have left the old, you are joining the new. So from old to new, you are in the middle. New has not come, but you are moved from the old. You are in the midway. And therefore you will be what? Having anami. Transition is always characterized by confusion. With this, we'll stop for today's class. In tomorrow or in the next class, we'll take up other two thinkers like Max Weber, R.K. Merton, and some anthropologists, because you know that this Radcliffe Brown and all was influenced by Durkheim only. Durkheim influenced this Radcliffe Brown. Then there is one Malinowski, who also is a very big person in the school of functionalism. So in functionalism, you have all the three. Durkheim, Radcliffe Brown, Malinowski, they all belong to functionalism. That is why I have kept next to next. So what this Malinowski says, what this Ratley Brown says, and the remaining thinkers we will be bringing in the next class. If you have any doubt, you are free to ask. Any doubt you have, free to ask. You are free to ask. McIver and Page says society is a web of social relationship. Can I add this to Emile Durkheim? Yes, definitely you can add. Because Durkheim said this, whole is more than the sum of the parts. Relationship is only spoken by Durkheim. Even relationship is only spoken by Karl Marx. So McIver Page statement can be used for all thinkers. Because all thinkers are speaking about society. McIver and Page speaks about society. So society is a web of social relation. It is agreeable to all thinkers. Why only Emile Durkheim? Even to Karl Marx it is agreeable. Okay. Any doubt? Right. So just browse through whatever basics we have spoken in the pre-foundation sociology and try to have a glance of the syllabus of sociology, UPSC sociology syllabus also. Slowly, we will go ahead with the course of sociology. We need not do it in hurry, in haste, because the subject is a new subject. I just wanted to give low dose first. From low dose, then high dose. For a small child who is having fever, the body is not going to accept or it cannot withstand 500 mg tablet and all. For it, 100 low dose. Then 100 will not work, 500 will work. Then 500 and all will not work, 1000. Some students, headache, 2 paracetamol 500 mg we are putting. Why? You have grown. So growth academically happens not exponentially, incrementally. Learning cannot be exponential. Tomorrow morning you wake up and you tell that I have studied everything. No, that is not going to work. Slowly, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, see you in the next class. Thank you. In between, if you have doubt also, you can always call me. We have the WhatsApp group. We have the Telegram channel. If you want to put something, you can put. If you wanted to ask me anything, you can ask me. I'm there in the office only. So you are free to ask any type of doubts. Thank you. All the best.